The New Orleans Saints are known for many things, but being passive in the NFL draft is certainly not one of them. For decades, we have watched Mickey Loomis manipulate the board with an aggression that leaves other general managers' heads spinning. But this year, the whispers coming out of Airline Drive are different. There is a sense of urgency, a feeling that a massive shift is brewing that could redefine the roster for the next decade. Something big is happening behind closed doors, and it involves a strategy that breaks every historical trend we have come to expect lately. Jeremiah Love is the name that has the entire building buzzing right now. As an expert who spends every waking hour tracking this team's pulse, I can tell you that the draft board is being meticulously scrubbed for one specific scenario. We know the Saints love to move up, but this year, the target is specific, and the price could be historic. The Notre Dame running back is viewed by many in our circle as a potential franchise-altering weapon that Kellen Moore is desperate to get his hands on. If Love starts to slip past the Tennessee Titans at the 4th overall pick, expect the phone lines in New Orleans to light up immediately. The target would likely be the Giants at 5 or the Browns at 6. This isn't just about adding depth. It is about a fundamental shift in the offensive philosophy. Last season, our rushing attack was abysmal, ranking 28th in the league. That is unacceptable for a team with championship aspirations. Even though we brought in Travis Etienne during the free agency period, the clock is ticking loudly on Alvin Kamara. He likely has one season left, if that. The front office knows they cannot wait until he is gone to find a replacement. They need a transition plan that maintains the explosive dynamic the Saints are known for. Jeremiah Love fits that bill perfectly. He is the type of player who makes Tyler show better the moment he steps into the huddle. The context here is critical because the Saints have been 19th or worse in rushing yards in 3 of the last 4 years. That lack of efficiency is killing the play-action game and putting way too much pressure on the quarterback. Loomis understands that a bold move for a back like Love isn't just a luxury. It's a necessity to fix a broken system. We have seen this movie before where the Saints identify their guy and do whatever it takes to get him. The question isn't if they will be aggressive, but rather how much they are willing to sacrifice to ensure Love is wearing black and gold. This specific news of potentially targeting a high-end running back so early signals a massive vote of confidence in Kellen Moore's new vision for this offense. It is a calculated gamble that could pay off immensely. Mickey Loomis has a reputation for being the most fearless gambler in the NFL when it comes to draft capital. Looking at the strategic impact of a potential trade, we have to consider the long-term health of the roster. If the Saints decide to trade up for a player like Jeremiah Love or even a top-tier wide receiver like Carnell Tate, they are essentially punting on future depth to secure a blue-chip starter today. This has always been the Loomis way, and it has led to both incredible highs and frustrating lows. From a depth chart perspective, bringing in a high-caliber rookie would immediately push veterans like Kamara or the existing receiver room into a secondary role, which could create some fascinating locker room dynamics. The season outlook changes dramatically the moment a move like this is made. It signals that the Saints believe they are 1 or 2 elite playmakers away from dominating the NFC South again. It is about fitting the system. Kellen Moore's offense thrives on versatility and explosive players who can create mismatches in space. If the Saints stay stagnant, they risk another season of offensive mediocrity. But by moving up, they grab the steering wheel. On the flip side, there is the rare possibility of moving down. While Loomis has never traded down in the first round during his 23-year tenure, the rumors regarding LSU cornerback Mansour Delane cannot be ignored. If they feel the 8th pick is too high for him, moving down to 12 with a team like the Dallas Cowboys could be the smartest move Loomis has ever made. It would allow them to recoup picks while still filling the void left by Alontae Taylor's departure to Tennessee. Strategic impact isn't just about who you get, but what you have to give up to get them. The Saints are at a crossroads where their veteran core is aging, and the roster needs a massive infusion of young, elite talent. Whether they move up for Love or Tate, or shock the world by finally trading down for someone like Delane or Makai Lemon, the ripple effects will be felt for years. This is the ultimate chess match, and Loomis is playing for all the marbles. Every move he makes right now is designed to maximize the window of this current roster while simultaneously preparing for the inevitable post-Kamara era. Jeremiah Love is not your average collegiate prospect. He is a statistical marvel who has consistently performed at the highest level for Notre Dame. When you analyze his career trajectory, you see a player who has refined his vision and contact balance every single year. He isn't just fast. He is football fast, possessing the rare ability to see a hole before it even opens. His strengths are exactly what the Saints have been missing: home run speed and the ability to contribute in the passing game. However, no prospect is without weaknesses. Some scouts wonder about his pass protection at the NFL level, a crucial skill if he is going to protect Tyler Show from complex professional blitz packages, but the Saints have the coaching staff to mask those early deficiencies. Looking at the broader context of the wide receiver targets like Carnell Tate or Mekhi Lemon, the goal remains the same. The Saints need to diversify their threats. Tate is a polished route runner who could potentially snipe a rival like Washington if the Saints are bold enough to move up to 6. Then there is Lemon from USC, a dynamic threat who could be the reason Loomis finally decides to trade down for the first time. The history here is fascinating. We haven't seen a first-round trade from this team since they moved up for Chris Olave in 22. That move was a home run, and it clearly emboldened the front office to keep swinging for the fences. The player analysis suggests that this draft class is top-heavy with the exact type of talent the Saints covet. Whether it is the lockdown potential of Mansour Delane in the secondary or the game-breaking speed of Love in the backfield, the Saints are looking for stars, not just starters. The importance of this news cannot be overstated because the Saints have stagnated in the middle of the pack for too long. They are tired of being 19th in rushing. They are tired of missing out on the elite receivers who change the geometry of the field. This deep dive into the player profiles shows exactly why Loomis is so aggressive. He doesn't just see jersey numbers. He sees the missing pieces of a championship puzzle. The stats don't lie, and the film on Love and Tate suggests they are the type of players you move heaven and earth to acquire. Jeremiah Love represents the ultimate high-risk, high-reward scenario for the New Orleans Saints. Let's look at the best-case scenario. Loomis successfully jumps to the 5th pick, grabs Love, and he immediately becomes the Offensive Rookie of the Year favorite. He revitalizes the run game, takes the pressure off Tyler Show, and the Saints coast to an NFC South title because the offense is suddenly unstoppable. In this world, the move is hailed as a masterclass in aggressive management. But then there is the worst-case scenario, the one that keeps fans up at night. What if the Saints trade away multiple future first-round picks to move up, and the player struggles to adapt? What if the lack of depth caused by the trade leads to a mid-season collapse when injuries inevitably strike? The pressure on these young prospects would be immense. Imagine being the rookie who cost the team 2 years of draft capital. That kind of weight can break even the strongest players. There is also the tension of the trade-down scenario. If Loomis finally decides to move back for Mansour Delane or Mekhi Lemon, he faces the risk of losing his target altogether. If the Saints drop to 12 and a team at 10 snatches Delane, the backlash from the Who Dat Nation would be thunderous. This creates a fascinating narrative tension. We are watching a general manager who has spent 23 years doing things one way, suddenly being tempted to try another. Is this a sign of evolution or a sign of desperation? The opportunity to fix the roster is right there, but the risk of setting the franchise back years is equally present. Will they snipe the Commanders for Tate? Will they settle for Delane? These questions are driving the conversation in New Orleans right now. The emotional stakes are higher than they have been in years because the fan base is starving for a return to the glory days of the Sean Payton era. Every phone call Loomis makes, every draft board leak, and every speculative trade scenario adds another layer of drama to what is shaping up to be the most pivotal draft in recent Saints history. The tension is palpable, and the margin for error is razor-thin. The New Orleans Saints are standing at a massive crossroads, and Mickey Loomis is holding all the cards. Whether he decides to execute a bold trade-up for a game-changer like Jeremiah Love or makes the historical move of trading down to secure assets, the 2024 season will be defined by what happens in those first few hours of the draft. As an insider who follows this team's every heartbeat, I can tell you that the atmosphere is electric. This isn't just about filling holes, it's about a total identity shift for the black and gold. The aggression we expect is there, but the targets are more vital than ever. Now, I want to hear from the real experts, the Who Dat Nation. If you were in Mickey Loomis's shoes, would you sell the farm to move up for a franchise running back like Love, or is it finally time to do the unthinkable and trade down to build depth? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I read every single one. Don't forget to smash that like button if you love the Saints, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breaking update from inside the building. We are just getting started.